Good morning, children. Once again, we are meeting in lecture number 73 of chapter 9. Freedom movement towards independence. That is called first one. Now see, before starting this lecture, let me tell you about revision of lecture number 16. If you remember in lecture number 16, I have explained you maximum part in Hindi so that easily you can understand what I mean to say. Right? What happened at the time when British came to India? They looted India. The economic prosperity of India was taken away to England in tons and tons. Because at that time, you see, number of kingdoms, number of big kings were very sound. You take for example Gwalior, Punjab, right? You take for example Nizam. All these people, Mysore, Baroda, Sindhia, they were very capable. And hence, the flow of wealth, which once upon a time came from England to India, now flow towards India to England. Right? Now, that was a story which we knew. The revolt of 1857 started. We knew that. The first revolt of 1857 was started by Mangal Pandey. The date which was decided, remember? The exact date was 31st May 1857. But it started early. Remember? But it started early because of Mangal Pandey. Mangal Pandey became the first martyr. Right? He became the first martyr. I told you all these things. Once again, I am repeating all these things so you can easily understand. Right? Mangal Pandey was a soldier in British Army. Right? When British introduced Enfield rifles, he was not only he but whole Indian army of the British Army, I should say, was totally displeased with this development. Because see, the cover of cartridge was made up of fat of pig and cow. Now, meat of pig is considered as a sin for Muslims. Cow is a holy animal for Hindus. So, majority of the people working with British Army's Indian part were either Hindus or Muslims, almost 99.99%. So both of them came on the concept of religion because see, Hindus as well as Muslims, they cannot do this. And as a part of this, बगावत हुई और उसमें मंगल पांडे पहली शहादत मिली. Now after his death he was hanged. The revolt started. That is my new topic, right? So this was all a part of revision of lecture number 16. Now we will switch over to lecture number 17. 17 में हम क्या पढ़ने वाले हैं वो मैं आपको एक टॉपिक लिख के बता रहा हूँ. बराबर है? First topic was spread of revolt and its leaders. First, it was Delhi. Right? Who was the leader of Delhi revolt? Bahadur Shah Zafar. But he did not reveal the plan of revolt. So the date which was decided was intact. But still, because of absence of communication, in some part of India, revolt started early. This made British to be cautious. Because see, at that time, almost railway lines started in India. And as I told you in previous chapters, this all reformation, introduction of post, railway, English education, was ultimately for their own benefit. They wanted to produce cheap clerks for their maintenance work in India. They wanted the fast manipulation of army from one place to another as a part of railway. Transportation of goods collected from India, sending to England. Right? So that was their personal benefit. And that is why they started all these services. And because of this service, the British soldiers became aware. British became aware of some revolting activities. And they got sufficient time for controlling this activity. We can say the revolt of 1857 failed. No doubt it failed. But there are thousands of reasons why it failed. But let us come to the point. Delhi, Bahadur Shah, Zafar. The soldiers reached Delhi from Meerut on the morning of 11th May. Right? 11th May. Right? Soldiers reached from Delhi, Meerut to Delhi. They could capture Delhi with the help of Indian soldiers present there. There was a tie-up of Indian soldiers present there. They captured Delhi. They convinced the 80-year-old Mughal emperor, Bahadur Shah Zafar, to accept the leadership of the revolt. Right? After all these incidents, 80-year-old emperor, the last Mughal emperor, undertook the leadership of this revolt. It means he was convinced to guide the revolt. Barabar? This news infused a new life in the revolt of many regions of India. Bahadur Shah Zafar रिवॉल्ट में जो जुड़ने वाले हैं, ये न्यूज सुन के कई साल छोटे मोटे जो रजवाड़े थे वो सब बहादुर शाह जफर के सपोर्ट में आए, बिकॉज ही बिकेम द लीडर टू गाइड द रिवॉल्ट इन दिल्ली. सो दिस वाज फर्स्ट पॉइंट, दिल्ली बहादुर शाह जफर 11 मई. पक्का हो गया आपको? सेकेंड, नाउ रिवर वाज स्प्रेड टू कानपुर. अच्छा, under whose leadership? It was Nana Sahib Peshwa. Under Nana Sahib Peshwa of Kanpur. Right? The revolt broke out in Kanpur on 4th June. On 4th June 1857. Right? Revolt broke out in Kanpur on 4th June 1857. And Nana Sahib Peshwa was asked to assume the leadership of the revolt. He became the leader of revolt in Kanpur. Right? जैसे बहादुर शाह जफर दिल्ली में थे, कानपुर में क्या था? नाना साहेब पेशवा. Right? However, they had to surrender to the British following the acute shortage of food and water due to 22-day long siege. जो कानपुर का किला था, बराबर है। उसको चारों तरफ से ब्रिटिश लोग ने, आर्मी ने घेर लिया, खाने पीने का रास्ता बंद हो गया, अंदर का जो पानी था, राशन था, इंजर्ड सोल्जर्स थे, वो लड़ते रहे। 22 डेज तक ब्रिटिश आर्मी को फाइट दी गई। फिर उसके बाद जब दाना पानी, मतलब राशन पानी जब खत्म हुआ, क्योंकि बाहर का सप्लाई तो बंद था, तो जाके 22 डेज के बाद सरेंडर करना पड़ा। बराबर, जैसे अभी तो कानपुर सरेंडर हुआ, देन इट वाज बिहार है चंडीगढ़, यूनिवर्सिटी ऑफ बिहार। बिहार एंड यूनिवर्सिटी, राइट, यूनिवर्सिटी ऑफ बिहार। पटना एंड जगदीशपुर were the main centers of the revolt, right? Patna and Jagdishpur. Were the main centers of the revolt, right? They were the main centers of the revolt. Kunwar Singh, a 17 years old landlord, 70 साल, मतलब almost aged, बुढ़ापा. Kunwar Singh, a 70 years old landlord, was the leader of the revolt. Who was the leader of the Bihar revolt? Kunwar Singh. He was a landlord. बहुत बड़े जागीरदार थे, जमींदार थे। उसने बिहार के रिवोल्ट की बागडोर संभाली अपने हाथ, right? He fought bravely against the British. During the battle, he got shot in his arm. गोली लगी हाथ में, right? To stop the poison from being spread in his body, he chopped off his hand from the elbow and offered to river Ganga. Right? He was fired. His arm was injured. ज्यादा जहर ना फैले इसलिए उसने अपने हाथ से काट दिया, अपने हाथ काट दिया उसने और वो गंगा में बहा दिया। मतलब he wanted to fight against British. मौत की भी परवाह नहीं थी। Understood? He freed Jagdishpur from the British control before he died. He was successful also. बिहार में रिवॉल्ट के वक्त बहुत बड़ी जीत दर्ज हुई थी कुंवर सिंह के नाम, राइट? नाउ इट वाज झांसी, वो तो सब जानते हैं, रानी लक्ष्मीबाई ऑफ झांसी। झांसी, बराबर? झांसी, रानी लक्ष्मीबाई। Right? Rani Lakshmibai of Jhansi. The Queen of Jhansi, Lakshmibai, was a great warrior. British did not accept his son, adopted son. उधर प्रॉब्लम क्या हुआ था? No adoption of a higher. बराबर? As you know, as you have studied, Rana Gangadhar Rao died without a son. So, there's a rule to govern that part. एक बच्चे को गोद लिया, मतलब hire was confronted. Now, at that time, the Rousey's policy of annexation was prevailing in India, and as a part of annexation policy, he made one rule that those kings who die without hire have to merge the kingdom, that is called small or big whatsoever it is, with British Empire. So इसके हिसाब से, वो कानून के हिसाब से झांसी पूरा ब्रिटिश एम्पायर में चला जाता. That is why Rani Lakshmi Bai refused, means she revolted. Why should I give my Jhansi? I have a right to adopt a hire. British cannot interfere in this. एक रूल बनाने से पूरा झांसी चला जाता है. So she joined the revolt of 1857. Right? Now see. The Queen of Jhansi, Lakshmi Bai, was a great warrior. British did not accept her adopted son as a heir of a throne. जैसे मैंने आपको बताया. This is the reason for her joining the revolt. She was one of the most skillful leaders of the revolt. She had also prepared an army of women, special army of women. Not only that, means only male members did not contribute to the revolt of 1857. Even women also contributed to the revolt of 1857. Right? She had also prepared the army of women to fight against British. They fought bravely against British. They fought bravely against British. According to this official, Lakshmi Bai was one of the greatest warrior of her time. This was noted by General Hewson in his book. बड़े बड़े जो ब्रिटिश अफसर इधर आते थे, इधर अपना मतलब कार्यकाल खत्म करके वो जो वापस जाते थे, तो कई लोग को अपनी बुक लिखने की आदत थी, मतलब their experience in India. जनरल ह्यूसन उस वक्त जो झांसी के लिए लीड कर रहे थे ब्रिटिश की ओर से, उसने अपनी बुक में लिखा है कि रानी लक्ष्मीबाई was one of the fearless warrior of her times, that is in 1857. And that is why, see, even after 150 more years, almost 170 years, we still remember Queen of Jhansi. Right? Then, it was Akya Tope. Right? and made Tatya Tope the commander-in-chief of army for Kanpur. कानपुर का रिवॉल्ट कौन लीड कर रहा था? नाना साहेब. And Nana Sahib was almost at the age of 70 plus. So at that age, he could not guide the army. So he appointed his able commander-in-chief of Kanpur, that was Tatya Tope, to take the charge of Kanpur army. Right? Soon he became a trusted commander. He skillfully fought to free Kanpur, playing a role of commander for his first time in his life. Before that, he did not have any experience of all these things. But as a part of responsibility allotted from motherland, he took this responsibility and followed it in perfection. Right? Now see, for 2 years, he played a major role in the revolt across the whole nation. Not only Kanpur, but he has told in the whole of India and providing guidance or providing assistance from his part or taking help from other part. He was literally making British hard to live in India up to 1860, right? No one of this time had fought as many battles as he did. अभी आप सोच सकते हो 2 साल में 2 साल से ज्यादा समय में कितनी battles उसने लड़ी होगी? है समझ में? Soldiers from different parts of India had joined the revolt. From North India, it was, see, these are the main centers of the revolt now. Underline that. From North India, it was Bareilly, Banaras, Allahabad, Agra, Azamgarh, and Pune. Right? Then Ajmer, Nasirabad, and Abu from Rajasthan. These are the 3 main centers of Rajasthan. Right? Gwalior, Mandsaur, Indore, and Dhar were the centers as part of Central India. उस वक्त मध्य प्रदेश नहीं था, उधर उस वक्त सेंट्रल इंडिया था. Right? Indian participated in the revolt. ये सब मेजर सेंटर्स थे. इसके अलावा छोटे मोटे कई सेंटर्स थे जिसने पहली आजादी के जंग में हिस्सा लिया था. Right? Satara, Kolhapur, Savatwadi, Nargad, and Dharwad became active centers of South India. Basically, these are all the centers present at present in Karnataka and Maharashtra. Right? So, these were the major centers where revolt spread out. Now, we'll talk of new topic, revolt of 1857. Revolt of 1857 in Gujarat. अच्छा उस बार गुजरात में क्या हुआ था? राइट? The 7th Battalion, right? The 7th Battalion. The 7th Battalion of British Army. British Army. The 7th Battalion of British Army broke the revolt in Ahmedabad. Right? But Ahmedabad was the main center of revolt. In June 1857. However, it was soon halted, but other centers were Dahod, Jalod, and Gurdhana of Panchmal district. Right? With Nagaur, Godhra, and Dahod. Right? The soldiers could capture government offices with the help of natives and were soon defeated. There was great excitement as a part of Indian revolt. उस वक्त जो ब्रिटिश के नाम सरकारी दफ्तर थे, ऑफिसेस थे, उन सब पे इंडियन सोल्जर्स ने कब्जा किया. Right? The Nayakas, its specific communities of Panchmahal, continued to rebel almost a year. एक साल तक उन्होंने लड़ाई लड़ी. Right? Garbhardas Patel, a headman of Anand in Khera district, collected almost 2,000 volunteers of Koli and Nayakas to join the revolt. He was supported by Jivabai Thakur of Kanpur. Understood? जो कानपुर में जीवाबाई ठाकुर थे, उसने गणदास पटेल को मदद की. Malaji Joshi and Krishnadev Das were the other people, able people to support the revolt. However, supporters of Garbhardas captured him to the British. मैंने आपको बोला था हमारे घर घर अमीचंद और जयचंद थे. गढ़बरदास जो हीरो थे गुजरात के रिवॉल्ट के, उसको अपनी आदमी ने लालच में पकड़ा के ब्रिटिश के सौंप दिया. He was blown with cannon. उसको पोप के मुंह पे बांध के उसे उड़ा दिया था. मैंने 16 लेक्चर में बोला था. He was tied to cannon and blown off with a cannonball. अभी second part. The people of Chanduk village, which is 60 miles away from Eden, accepted the leaders of Nathaji and Yamaji to join the revolt. Two people, two leaders, local leaders, Nathaji and Yamaji, right? The Britishers camped at Nandana village near Okha and Barari. बरड़ा का जो जिसे डूंगर बोलते हैं, बरड़ा का डूंगर, उधर ब्रिटिश ने डेरा डाला था. उसको द्वारका जाना था, फोर्ट ऑफ द्वारका कैप्चर करना था. The British commander of navy became impatient to reach the fort of Bet Dwarka via Bay of Bet. दरियाई रास्ते से वो बेट द्वारका पहुंचना चाहते थे. और बेट के किले में घेराबंदी हुई थी इंडियंस की, और उधर जेंट्स से ज्यादा लेडीज ने अपनी ताकत दिखाई. जब गोलाबारी हुई तो उन लोग के पास भी वेपन्स नहीं थे, तो लेडीज लोग क्या करते थे, बड़े बड़े गद्दे ये सब लेके पानी में भिगो के जहां भी कैनन का बॉल गिरता उधर उसके ऊपर डाल देते थे, मतलब वो आग ठंडी हो जाए. वो लोग बाहर से गोलाबारी करते थे ब्रिटिश, और ये लोग अपने हिसाब से लड़ रहे थे. दिस वाज द कंट्रीब्यूशन ऑफ लेडीज. Commander Donovan ordered to attack the fort. The Waghes, Waghe is the name of a community, right? The Waghes inside the fort did not have much artillery to fight. उसके पास ब्रिटिश जैसे साधन सामग्री नहीं थी, इतनी सोफिस्टिकेटेड वेपन्स नहीं थे, तो कैसे मुकाबला करें उसका? तो उसने एक प्रयोजन किया, युक्ति आजमाई. At that time, the Waghe women came up and fought with an innovative idea. एक बढ़िया सा आइडिया लेके आए. They soaked the mattress in water, which could catch the cannonball and pull them immediately. बाहर से गोलाबारी हो रही थी, जहाँ तोप के गोले गिरते थे, उसमें भीने गड्ढे डाल देते थे, मतलब वो गोला आपस ठंडा हो जाए, मतलब ब्लास्ट ना हो. This would enable the Waghe men to fight the battle without being hit by the cannonball. जेंट्स की रक्षा के लिए लेडीज लोग ये करते थे, सो जेंट्स लोग ब्रिटिश के सामने लड़ सके. ऐसा समझ में. Nowhere in the history in the world such act of bravery has been exhibited. अब दुनिया की पूरी हिस्ट्री पढ़ लो, कहीं भी ऐसा बहादुरी भरा काम कहीं भी आपको नहीं दिखाई देगा. Still installed by ladies, but Wagner women had bravely dismantled the cannonballs without worrying of their own lives. So this was a great act of bravery. Cities of North Gujarat like Patan, Kheralo, Piloda, Mudeki, etc. broke into the revolt with the help of natives. Apart from this, December 1858, Tatya Tope stayed with his army in Panchmal district of Gujarat. He escaped to the forest of Vasanda being chased by British army. वो तो भागते फिरते थे पूरे हिंदुस्तान. तो ये था पूरा इतिहास जो वॉर के वक्त हुआ था. अभी हम पढ़ेंगे why this revolt failed, right? Why this revolt failed. Failure of the revolt. Right? The rebels lacked coordination. There was absence of centralized leadership. There was no provision for reinforcement of man, material, and ammunition. उसके पास इतने पैसे नहीं थे, इतनी आर्मी नहीं थी, इतने वेपन्स नहीं थे जितना ब्रिटिश के पास थे. Number 2, the outbreak of revolt happened only before a planned date. प्लानिंग कौन सी डेट का था? 31st May का. और revolt broke out far early, which gave British the time to prepare. बराबर? वरना ऐसा नहीं होगा. As a result of the planning was disrupted and alerted by the British. The revolt remained concentrated largely in North India. ज़्यादातर revolt North India में हुआ था. बराबर? Many social reformers refrained directly or indirectly from joining the revolt. मतलब पूरा सहयोग नहीं था हिंदुस्तान का. कई लोगों ने रिवॉल्ट का सपोर्ट किया, किसी ने विरोध किया. Means there was no unification. This proves the intellectual class did not support the revolt. India is a country known for regional diversities and languages, food, habits, dressing, etc. Before the British rule, the people were largely ruled by dynasties, regional dynasties. As a result, the sentiments of nationalism, belongingness, and India as a one nation did not develop. ये मैंने बोला था कि कोई झांसी के लिए लड़ा, कोई जगदीशपुर के लिए लड़ा, कोई कानपुर के लिए लड़ा, कोई हिंदुस्तान के लिए नहीं लड़ा. Because India was fragmented into small pieces. सबको अपने अपने पड़ी थी. किसी को भारत की नहीं पड़ी थी. अपना काम हो गया, बात खत्म. ऐसा समझ. Many leaders either sided with the British or remained passive. कई लोगों ने हिंदुस्तान में से ही रिवॉल्ट के बाद ब्रिटिश का साथ दिया था. The Sikh and the Gurkhas from the side fought from the side of British, which proved to be major disadvantage. Sikh लोग और गुरखा लोग ब्रिटिश की तरफ से लड़े थे. The British and the superior army, weapons and military commanders compared to the rebels. वो तो है ही, right? All the leaders were fighting for regaining their own power on the territories. They did not want the internal freedom of nation. सबको अपनी अपनी पड़ी थी. किसी को झांसी चाहिए था, किसी को कानपुर चाहिए था, किसी को दिल्ली चाहिए था, किसी को हिंदुस्तान नहीं चाहिए था. इसीलिए रिवॉल्ट ऑफ 1857 फेल हुआ. वरना ये लोग हिंदुस्तान के लिए लड़े होते ना, तो हमारी आजादी 1857 में आ गई होती. But there was selfish motives, and centralizing the selfish motives, revolt was not a successful event. Got it? So these are the things. effects and consequences. What happened? मैंने जो lecture के शुरुआत में बताया, the revolt was not successful from the part of British. The company rule came to an end, and India came under the rule of a crown. मुफ्त में नहीं दिया था. उस वक्त हिंदुस्तान को 3 करोड़ पाउंड में बेचा गया था. ब्रिटिश ईस्ट इंडिया कंपनी ने 3 करोड़ पाउंड उस वक्त के क्वीन के पास से लिए थे. Right? The interference in the internal matters of the princely states of India was stopped. थोड़े समय के लिए ब्रिटिश शांत हो गए क्योंकि लोगों का गुस्सा था. The British government was compelled to force their changes policy of India. जो हिंदुस्तान के प्रति उसका नजरिया था वो बदलने का समय आ गया था. They understood. Now we cannot exploit India. Right? The salary allowance and the facilities given to Indian soldiers and sepoys were increased. जो पहले injustice था उसमें थोड़ा बड़ा सुधार हुआ. 100% हुआ. This revolt helped in evoking nationalism in India. Right? So this was the story of our 9th lesson. That is called Revolt of 1857. Right? So with this, we are coming to the end of lecture number 17. Barabar? Now take your homework. Come on. Homework. Question number 1. Write a detailed note on Rani Lakshmibai. Right? Question number 2. State or mention. State or mention the reasons for the failure of the revolt. Right? Question number 1. देखो, write a detailed note on Rani Lakshmibai. Question number 2 देखो, state either mention the reasons for the failure of the revolt. तो ये क्वेश्चन के हिसाब से हमने एक टर्म में 2 दफा, I repeat, 2 times we have completed social studies. Right? दूसरी बार 17 lectures का रिवीजन दिया. I have made you to revise each and every chapter so you can easily come through it and you can prosecute your work. Right? So we'll meet in next semester recording of new lectures. So we are completing semester number 1. Okay children, till then, goodbye.